welcome to our first Twinkle Parents live chat with me, Amy. Today I'm going to be talking all about Phase One Phonics, looking at what Phase One Phonics is, and some fun activity ideas that you can easily do at home. If you've got any questions or things you want to add throughout, then please feel free to drop them in the comment section below. So, what is Phase One Phonics? Phase One Phonics is a starting point of your child's reading and writing development. It's not where children learn specific sounds or letters, but where they learn to actively listen, develop attention skills, learn to communicate, hear rhyme and sounds, and also develop phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is where children understand that words can be split into their phonemes, which are sounds. So knowing that the word dog is d-o-g, and knowing that d-o-g is dog. This is crucial for supporting your child as they go into Phase 2 Phonics, where they start to actually read and write words. Phase 1 Phonics is usually taught when your child is around 3 or 4, so when they're in nursery or preschool, but in some schools they undertake it at the start of reception. Phase 1 Phonics is split into 7 different aspects, and some settings decide to teach one at a time, only moving on once your child is confident in that area, whereas others dip in and out of all of the different aspects. So, aspect 1 is called environmental sounds, and this is all about getting your child to stop and listen and tune in to the different common sounds that they hear every day. It's really important for building those listening skills and developing your child's attention. This is quite an easy one that can be embedded into your busy days. So, for example, you could play a game of what sound is this? So you might say drip, drip, and see if your child can tell you that's a tap, or they could physically go and show you where they would find that sound. You could make it a little bit more active, and when your child is playing with a range of toys, say, what makes this sound? Moo, and see if they can pick the cow, for example. Another idea for environmental sounds is going out in your local area or even walking around your house to listen to the common sounds that are all around. So that could be a clock, it could be birds, it could be a car, it could be a cyclist, lots of different things. It's really key for getting your child to develop those listening skills. Whilst you are out on a listening walk, you could have a clipboard with a piece of paper and a pen and get your child to draw the different things that they've heard. Or once you get home, you could have a look at this Twinkle Parents resource, which has pictures of different sounds they might have heard, and see if your child can split the sounds into the sounds that they've heard and the ones that they haven't. They could also then go and see if they could find the sounds that they didn't hear. Another idea for environmental sounds is making a box full of different resources that make sounds. So that could be keys, an empty wrapper, a rattle, bells, a horn, anything like that. The idea is to start with that you as an adult, carefully put your hand in and see if your child can turn on their listening ears and see if they can guess what the object is just by hearing it. See if they can tell you it's keys. Once you've done it for all of the objects, see if your child wants to have a go at doing it for you, or they could simply just play with the resources and explore with the different sounds that they make. We'll just check the comment section. No, if you've got any comments, please feel free to drop them in. So the next aspect is called instrumental sounds. And this is all about getting your child, again, listening, but also engaging with a range of different instruments and listening to the sounds that they make. It's great for developing your child's sound discrimination. So this can be supported by simply watching some music videos with different instruments being played. Or if a family member or friend plays an instrument, you could get them to play that for your child. Another idea for instrumental sounds is allowing your child to explore with a range of child-friendly instruments. If you haven't got any, that's fine, don't worry. You can have a go at making one like this. So all you need is a cardboard tube, get your child to decorate it, and then put a little bit of card on the bottom, some sellotape, and fill it with rice or pasta, something that's going to make a sound, and then put a piece of card on top. And then see if your child can play the instrument loudly, or if they can play it quietly. Again, that's great for developing those listening skills as they listen to your vocabulary and develop that understanding as well. They could also add in some sound effects as they read, or as you read a story to match what's being read, or you could simply just move around to different songs. So someone just said, where do we find that resource sheet? So that's going to be added into the comment section, but we'll also put up a post later with some of the resources that I've spoken about. So the next aspect is aspect 3, which is called body percussion. Body percussion is about getting your child to explore with the different sounds that their bodies can make. Not necessarily talking and saying sounds, but clapping, stomping, patting the shoulders, humming, different things like that. Again, it's great for developing listening skills, but also getting your child to explore with a range of different sounds that they can make themselves. You could do this again whilst you read stories, adding some different sound effects to match what's being read, or whilst you're dancing. Or a fun way is to play a game of what sound is next. So the idea is that the first person does a body percussion sound, so that could be a clap, and then the next person has got to do that one and add one to it. So it could be a clap and pat your shoulders and carry it on. That's a great way to explore body percussion, but it's also a brilliant way to also support your child's memory as they have to try and remember the different movements. You could also do a body percussion rainstorm. Looks a little bit something like this. So all the rain's starting. It's getting louder. The thunder's coming. Boom! So you could do that for your child and get them to copy you and join in. Or you could just do the rainstorm verbally and see if your child can choose their own body percussions to match what you're saying. You could also have a range of different animals. So you could have them in a large activity tray or in a bag. And as your child chooses it out, they've got to see if they can choose a body percussion movement that would match that animal. For example, if it's a shark, they might do that. If it's a mouse, they might do a little movement, something like that. That's great for supporting your child's body percussion, but also their imagination and independence as they choose their own ideas. So the final aspect I'm going to talk about today is called rhyme and rhythm. This is a bit of a trickier aspect for your child to pick up because it can take a while for your child to learn this skill, but it's, as I say, practice makes perfect. It's really important to support your child's understanding of different sounds within words and also to develop understanding of sound syllables as well. So an easy way to support rhyme and rhythm is by singing a range of nursery rhymes or putting them on as a video and dancing to them and pointing out the different words that rhyme. Or whilst you're reading a story, you could point out the words that rhyme. And you could say questions such as, does cat and rat rhyme? Can you think of any other words that rhyme? Another idea is this game from the Twinkle Parents Hub, which is called Silly Soup. Again, this will be added to the comment section below. So all you need is a bowl, and on the resource there's some different picture cards of things that rhyme. There's a couple for each rhyme as well. Upside down. But don't worry, if you haven't got a printer, you could always draw them on a piece of paper, or you could find the physical resource. So it doesn't necessarily have to be these things that are on the resource, but anything that you find around the house that rhymes. So it could be a hat and a toy cat, for example. Get your child to choose one of the cards and then put it into the bowl. And then you're going to use a real spoon or imaginary spoon and sing this song. We're making lots of silly soup. We're making soup that's hot. Some of these words rhyme with that, and some of them do not. And then take it in turns to choose one of the objects or the cards and see if your child can recognise if that word rhymes with the one that's in the pot. Again, it can take a little while for your child to pick this up. That's okay. Just say the words slowly and try and encourage your child to realise that it's when the words sound similar. So that's all of the physical resources and activities I've got today, but we have got loads of different resources on the Twinkle Parents Hub, including this activity pack, which has got lots of different things in one place, so it's really handy. It's got an overview of some of the things I've been talking about today, and it's also got a listening walk tick sheet, so when you go on the listening walk for environmental sounds, they could have a go at ticking off the different sounds. Lots of different ideas to keep you busy. I'll be talking about aspects 5 to 7 next Monday, and I'll be back on Wednesday for a live chat all about different fun rainy day activities. Again, if you've got any questions, please feel free just to drop them in the comment section and we will get back to you. But thank you for joining today, and I hope you have fun. See you soon.